Hey guys, people, coolest gamers, back to The Flash, Season 2, Episode 21, The Runaway Dinosaur. So this is probably the oddest name episode of The Flash we've had probably in 2 seasons. Have literally no idea why it's called this, but I guess we'll find out, and they'll be in that episode where everyone, including me, likes to go roll credits once they say it in the episode. But last episode of The Flash, I thought it was an okay episode. The last 15 minutes were absolutely epic and awesome, but before that, it was kind of, I don't know, they kind of wasted Rupture. They didn't really do anything with them. There was a lot of plot lines going on that kind of didn't work for me. Some stupid things that are a little weird, with like Caitlin finding a cell phone in a box out of nowhere and stuff like that. But I have high hopes for this because obviously Barry's not dead. It looks like Wally and Jesse got their powers last week, so we're going to see if they even address that in this situation, if they know what's going on. I hope they don't rush it and like they're in costumes kicking ass with Barry against Zoom at the end of the season, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if Barry is trapped in the Speed Force or he's in a pocket dimension or where the hell he is. So I'm assuming they're going to find him in some regard, and actually a few reactors pointed out it's kind of like that Justice League episode where he disappears and then like Martian Manhunter has telepathic contact with him. So I think it's going to be something probably similar to that. So otherwise, I guess it's just going to be the team, at first thinking he's dead and then finding out and bringing him back from wherever he is. So I'm excited for the episode. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, cool. Picking up with the scene right after Zoom left the room. Love it. It's like when we picked right up after Jay's death.
I don't understand. No, it's okay, let's go.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't understand. You could have at least checked on Jesse a little bit, Joe. Come on, Cisco, figure it out. Batman style when Superman, died in the animated series. There you go, vibe him. He's in the Speed Force, bro. Gotta go get him. Man, this show just goes to comic book awesomeness. He's alive! Yes! He knew he was.
He's alive.
Yes, he is, Cisco. Now get him out of the damn Speed Force. Call in Shiera, and she's got magical powers that she can help open the portal if it works the same way in the Justice League episode. Oh, there's the Runaway Dinosaur. So it was a book, maybe in Barry's room that his mother read to him at night. So there, I guess, would be the title of the episode. Roll credits. Jay Muse, that's right, I forgot this is the Kevin Smith directed episode.
I'm talking to the Speed Force.
Okay, that's interesting.
Like saying I'm having a conversation with gravity or light.
Basically. Wow, this just got trippy as fuck.
That's trippy.
Yes, it is.
We pretty much invented trippy here.
Downstairs in the storage room in the morgue.
Ew, you guys have a morgue?
Well, it's not like a morgue. It's not. It's like a poor man's morgue, really. Morgue-ish.
They have a morgue? So, those poor metahumans that die, they don't even get buried somewhere, they get put in the basement of Star Labs? That's really fucked up.
This is it. This is Barry's X-File.
Oh! Girder's alive? Not looking himself.
For real?
Yeah, for real. A zombie for real? What the fuck is happening on The Flash right now? But I think the Speed Force doesn't just happen to look like Joe. I think it manifests itself in something that is familiar to whoever's in it, in this case Barry, so it manifests itself into looking like Joe. Plus, it's another reason to use the actor, who's absolutely great. But this episode is very Kevin Smith-esque. It's nothing I wouldn't expect right now. It's awesome. Iris was taking that shit. Get behind me. I'm not getting behind you. There's my Iris. Just when you thought The Flash couldn't get any weirder, it went there. And Barry, not fun running without your powers, is it, bud? That was like a similar outfit that she wore last year in the Out of Time episode. When they kissed for the first time and then they got erased. Looks like the same outfit.
You remember this place? When we first kissed?
Well, there you go. I was right.
Of course. Hey, has she ever seen The Walking Dead? It's The Walking Dead.
It's The Walking Dead.
Your brain function.
Oh my god, we finally see Big Belly Burger, what it looks like.
It's way better. This place sucks.
There's Jay Muse! Yay! And he's dissing on Big Belly Burger? Ah, he remembers the Hummer he stole.
Is that your car?
Oh, yeah.
Now he has some thoughts of Tony in there. Not your car anymore.
That's my mom's car!
The choice is yours, Barry.
Make the speed choice. Have to. You need that speed. Pointless for you to go back. Other than, you know, see your family. You'll never be able to live properly as long as Zoom is there.
Oh, Tony just trashed the hell out of Jitters.
God damn, man. Jitters just got fucked up last episode. You're gonna really pull.
Pretending to be now.
You're gonna pull on these heartstrings of your dad at the funeral of your mother? Something like
I
that?
don't have time for this.
Oh, man. That.
Okay.
This is great.
It was worth a shot.
I gave you that mug.
This is a funny ass episode, man.
I know it's true.
So he's never been to his mother's grave?
Every day I know.
Damn, this is
I had a
sad.
chance to save her. You saw what I chose.
And you're at peace with that decision.
No. Not at all.
At peace.
He'll never be at peace. You lose a
How can
parent.
someone ever be at peace with letting his mother die?
Exactly. You lose a parent, that's just heartbreaking.
Deciding that his life was more valuable than hers. I have to get home.
That was a good conversation between him and the Speed Force, who's looking like his dad. I really liked it. Man, this is a great episode so far. It's emotional, it's funny, it's you know, not tons of action, but man, this is a great episode. I am thoroughly enjoying this right now.
Let's go.
Is that zombie still behind you?
That's a good CW shout out. His mom? Man, why you gotta do this to me?
Barry.
God damn, man. Why you gotta be doing this to me? You gotta be making me feel all fucking sad and shit?
Mother.
Very true.
You have to accept that. And then you can truly run free.
Yeah, you can't always let it weigh you down. Have a guilty conscience.
My mother.
Wow. God, this is some sad fucking shit, man. That was a great scene. Holy crap, man. I always love scenes between him and his mother. That actress, whoever she is, she's really good. I like him as I like her as Nora Allen. But man, why you gotta keep pulling on the heartstrings in this episode, Flash? Kevin Smith, man, I know you didn't write it, but you're killing me in this episode, bro. God damn. But I don't know, man. If I was in Barry's position, I get trying to accept it, trying to move on, but could you ever really? You watched your mother die, especially you were 11 years old. I mean, is that something that you're ever truly gonna get over? I don't know, but in this case they're saying that he has to, and you know, maybe that he can get over, but he's got to definitely stop putting the guilt of everything. Just because he has superpowers doesn't mean that he can solve the world's problems, and I think that's what the Speed Force is trying to get him to understand.
In the big wide world, you have the mother who is just right for you.
Wow. God.
Who will always love you.
Man, God, this is hurting me in my heart. Holy God. Speed Force, why are you doing this, man? Damn, he remembers that whole story too. That must have been such an important thing, a moment that he remembers always between him and his mother. So now he could grab this thing. So was he chasing himself? Yep, he was. I knew it. It was the things that were always weighing him down. So it's himself as the Flash. Speed Force took him on a journey, man. Wow, that was good. Man, I don't know if I could leave my mom, man. I don't know. If I was Barry, I don't know.
Run, Barry.
Run. That was good. That was perfect. I hope this is not the last time we see his mom. I really like that relationship they have in these flashbacks where Speed Forces.
I'm so glad you're back, because we're about to die.
We found
hang out with him and his mom. That was great there, but I'm a little annoyed that it had to be Iris that pulled him out, and then all of a sudden you couldn't even see Cisco in the Speed Force, but whatever, I'll let it go. If they build the relationship more, I'll go with it. I want to see the comic book relationship, it just, I feel like they've rushed it a little bit, but I hope they question, like, wow, Barry, you have your speed back, that's cool or something, and at least put Girder in a real goddamn grave instead of in your basement.
No, that's just it. I think I do.
Charge her up, Barry. Get her up. Give her a shot. There you go. It worked. Speed Force. Jesse Quick. She's got powers, Wells.
You like magic now?
Did you know that was gonna happen?
Maybe. It's hard to explain. It's the Speed Force.
Now it's in Jessie, and she's Jessie Quick, baby. That was a really, really cool moment.
You're stuck with me.
There you go.
I'm not going anymore.
Move back, Henry. Even though I guarantee by the end of the season he dies because of that move. But if he doesn't, he'll end up being great. So is this the first time he's been to her grave? Wow. It's been a lot of years, man.
Joe offered to take being angry about what I had lost when I had so much.
To gain.
My dad. Joe.
You.
And you.
Yeah.
The truth is exactly as much mercy as I will show them when we next see each other.
Oh, okay. That's terrifying.
There you have it.
Who is his friend? Oh my god. Holy shit! That is a lot of metas. Anyone that I recognize? Not really. Let me know if you know anyone down below. I'm gonna have to look at that. Holy shit! That is not good. How the hell, Barry's speed or not, how the hell is he gonna do that? Alright guys, so that was my reaction to The Flash Season 2, Episode 21, The Runaway Dinosaur. And holy shit, this was a fantastic episode. This, no joke, I think might be one of my favorite episodes of the series so far. And after episode 18 kind of having a pretty bad ending in my opinion, with a lot of plot holes, and these last two episodes, not only with Barry without his speed, just in general have been, you know, they've been alright. They've been kind of mediocre. What a way in these last 3 episodes, and now 2 to go after this. What a story. I mean, like, something where Barry basically doesn't have his powers again through the whole episode. Most of the episode he's trapped in the Speed Force, and yet you're able to deliver such poignant dialogue, beautifully acted, beautifully written, well directed, excellently directed by Kevin Smith. Seeing Jay Mewes there as himself, and apparently I read in an interview he was one of Zoom's cronies down there. I'll have to go and look back, but I didn't see him. But oh my god. Just the conversations that Barry had with, you know, fake Joe basically, and, you know, fake Iris and stuff. Yeah, that was good. His dad and his mom were like the 2 most incredible scenes, or 2 of the most incredible scenes I've seen on the show so far. From acting wise to writing to everything, the mood, I love the color kind of saturation or gradient, you know, whatever you would call it, of the entire Speed Force, how it was kind of like retro yellowish and everything. That was awesome. Great scenes. I love whoever that actress is. I gotta look it up. That plays his mother is great. I think they have really good chemistry together. I hope, even though he's letting her go, that's not the last time we see her. That was fantastic. It always pulls on the heartstrings to see Barry, you know, anything with his mother, and we see. I said it's an odd episode called The Runaway Dinosaur, but obviously it'll mean something, and man, did it mean something. That was a story that he not only remembers, but his mother read that to him, and also it speaks of, like, it speaks to Barry is probably why she read it to him, because he was different. He was an outcast. He was bullied, and all the, you know, the different lines in the story about the different dinosaurs were like that he's special, and about a mother and son relationship, and that was great that he put that on her grave. Totally shocking that I think it's been, what, 15 years since she died, and he's never been to her grave. He's always carried that, so I thought that was really interesting and a really cool moment. I'll get it right out of the way. I mean, I guess the only weak part of the episode for me was, again, a little bit of Barry Iris. It was better this week. I'm not going to harp on it. I do want to see them, it's a comic book relationship. I think the two actors have great chemistry. I think they should get together. I think it's just been a little bit rushed here toward the end of the season. There's really no time to deal with it with all the Zoom stuff. But I like how we said, I don't know what we are. He only kissed her on the cheek, everything else. Maybe that's something we can address back in the season finale. We'll get to it then. And then you build on it in season 3 because you'll probably take a time jump. Just right now, it's a little awkward. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as last episode. I'd rather her and Cisco have brought him out of the Speed Force. He kind of like disappeared. Or I'd really love Henry to bring him out. And maybe he could have saw his wife or something else. But all right, you want to make it Iris, that's fine. But that's my only little nitpick there. I didn't even have a problem with Zombie Girder walking around. I thought it worked for great comedic relief. They made a shout out there to iZombie, another CW show. And I thought it worked fine. It filled in a part of the story. So I had no problem with it. I don't think it was wasted. It didn't add anything hugely dramatic, but it still was cool to see. And like Cisco said, Walking Dead, like, always dropping references. So it was fine there. But man, even the stuff of the conversation of Joe having with Wally, and that was hilarious, and kind of seeing the humor of like, is he a speedster, is he not? He's gonna be, but definitely it is basically for me a confirmation. I think Wells knows it, I think everyone knows, especially Wells, and Barry knows it, that Jesse's definitely a speedster. He revived her basically with the Speed Force. So would she have been in that coma forever? Would she have been in it for 9 months or longer like Barry if he didn't touch her there? I'm assuming the only reason he was able to get her up was because he just came back on the Speed Force and he has a new knowledge of it. He said he wasn't even sure of how he did it. I assume it wasn't just because he was a speedster, but I don't know. Let me know down below if you have any theories. But that was great. I really like that. I think I want to see I don't know what they're going to do with Wells and Jesse here at the end of the season, but I do want to see them stick around. Cisco can now basically go in between Earths. I think that's what they're building up to. So I think it's definitely, you don't just make Jesse quick and then have her go back to, Earth 2 and like never seen again for 2 seasons or back once in a blue moon. Like, yeah, they're not going to overpack this show, and she and Wally and Barry are all going to be main characters on The Flash, and they're all speedsters. No. They'll team up, I think, every now and again, but she's going to be around, I would say, a few times a season. So, she's been growing. Her and Wally, I didn't really like when they first came in, even though they were the comic book characters. I wasn't feeling kind of the actors or the storylines, but they really have been growing on me, so I'm interested to see where that is going forward. It was cool to just see Wells dealing with the situation of not only Jesse, but that he felt so bad that, he basically thought he killed Barry, and how Henry was kind of sore about it, but he ended up taking care of her, because he is a doctor and he should. Understandably why he was bitter. We saw more of kind of Cisco's powers in a way, that he's vibed now, he can see into the Speed Force and everything. So, that was really cool. I did enjoy that. It was a very humor-filled episode. One where definitely Iris, probably this is one of the most proactive Iris episodes we've seen. I don't know how far Barry's house, Joe's house there is from Star Labs, but I imagine it's pretty damn far. So they must have ran a pretty considerable way. I got to give it up to the writers of this episode. Kevin Smith was great. Seeing Jay Muse on the screen was awesome. And I guess the last thing I can think of at this second is to talk about that final scene of kind of Zoom being done with Caitlin in a way, giving her an ultimatum, like, you're with me or against me, and that's it. So that was really cool. And then, man, he's gathered all of the Earth 2 cronies. And that's going to be crazy. I don't know how, very like Arrow-esque in a way, but I don't know how the hell Barry, he's the only metahuman. Cisco doesn't even have the powers to, like, that Reverb had. So I don't know how the hell they're going to fight all those metahumans. Just with the police, whoever's left that Zoom doesn't kill, I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it was really cool to see that. It's exactly what Wells said he was going to do. And, Zoom giving speeches is kind of a terrifying proposition. In the promo next week, it did look like we saw Black Siren, so it'd be nice to see Katie Cassidy back. It looks like she's on the side of Zoom, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not like a huge reader of DC comic books, but I'm pretty sure she's part of like the Justice Society, and she's a hero, and kind of a very sexist interpretation because they're like 50s type heroes and everything else. So it looks like she's being a villain, so that should be definitely interesting to see going forward. Probably one of the last times we will see Katie Cassidy in the CW universe, unless she comes back as Black Siren again, which they'll probably end up killing her, or we see her in a flashback as Laurel, so that'll be interesting to see going forward. Oh, I guess the other thing I could comment on, not only just the poignant moments of, you know, Barry in the Speed Force and at his mother's grave and all that stuff, that was excellent, but why does Star Labs keep metahumans, dead metahumans, in their basement? So now you not only illegally imprison them, basically, even though they're criminals, they're killers sometimes, you put them with no trials, no nothing. We still sort of see now they're fed in a deleted scene from last season, but it's all fast food, so that's not even good for you. Where do they go to the bathroom? And then when they die, they're not even given proper funerals or their families notified or nothing. They just go into the basement of Star Labs, and even last year, you know, Eve Barthon, you know, the other Wells, was dissecting them to learn about them. So kind of a little bit fucked up, really fucked up. So that'll be interesting going forward as we keep every episode, every few episodes, every season, we keep learning more and more parts about how fucked up the prison system and metahuman capturing techniques, basically, of the Flash team is. But we'll see how that goes going forward. So overall, guys, that is my thoughts on episode 21 of season 2 of The Flash, The Runaway Dinosaur. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I thought, like I said, it's an absolutely fantastic episode. Super emotional, excellently acted, well-directed, well-written. Great job, Kevin Smith. I hope you and even Jay Muse there come back. It was absolutely great to kind of see that. I saw some of the behind-the-scenes photos a few weeks ago when it was filmed, but absolutely awesome to see that. I hope we see Barry's mother again, even though he doesn't have to hold on to it. I do see, you know, hope we see her again, and I hope that Barry starts progressing forward as a character and maybe tries to let go of kind of the darker moments of his life and not blame everything on himself like Oliver does, and Oliver also has to learn how to get rid of it. So that'd be nice to see. Let me know what you think of this whole kind of Barry and Iris relationship. Do you think it's a little bit rushed here? I'll be forgiven of it if they redeem it a little bit, but do you think it's rushed like I do down below? You know, let me know down below. Also, let me know what you thought of the episode of seeing his mother, his father, seeing him inside the Speed Force, seeing Zombie Gerda walk around again. What do you think about Wally and Jesse? Do you think it's basically, especially for Jesse, basically confirmed that they have the Speed Force? How long do you think it's going to be until we really see them use the speed? Is it going to be like a teaser tag at the end of this season? We're going to see it next season. How often do you think they're going to stay around on the show? And what do you think is going to happen to Wells and kind of Jesse at the end of the season? Also, let me know any other highlights, scenes, moments. You know, Henry in this episode, Wells was great, Joe, even Iris, she was very active in this episode. Let me know all your thoughts on the episode down below and your theories for next week as Zoom gathers the other metas. And also let me know if you see Jay Muse or any other you know, comic book characters that you could point out amongst his metas, and you know, let me know that down below, and let me know what you think of Kitty Cassidy returning as Black Siren villain next week. Let me know that down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends if you'd be so kind, and until next week of The Flash, thanks for watching.